So let's now move on to my favorite part of the recording. That is to learn a little bit about you. So I am always interested because we are all leaders in business. You know, we're running these Amazon operations that are complex, and anybody who is providing for that community, seller community, is also trying to offer something of value. So it takes a certain amount of vision and leadership, but most important, entrepreneurship. So I want to know what your life experiences have been like that led you to what you're doing today. So tell us, I'm not interested in the bio part, but I'm interested in, tell us, you know, growing up, when was the first time you realized that you were a little bit different and then you wanted to be entrepreneurial, so to speak?
Well, I would say I had a paper route, and I know that's not a thing anymore, but I was on a bike delivering papers every early morning as a child. And when I realized that I was an entrepreneur when the route, the next street over, became available, I said, I'm gonna add to my route. And I did that 3 or 4 times, to the point where it would take me an hour and a half to complete my route because I had so much of the neighborhood now. And every time my kid would be like, I'm not getting up at 5:30 in the morning to deliver papers, be like, that's fine, I'll take over your route, no problem. I ended up having a little mini empire on based on delivering newspapers. And I really loved it because I knew every time I tossed a newspaper at a door, I was making 10 or 15 cents. And I knew that every day, the more newspapers I delivered, the more money I could make and have to spend and save and do whatever I wanted to do with. And I realized that the money that I was getting from that it wasn't about buying things. It was about giving me freedom. And I was hooked at that point because I was raised in a middle-class family. It's not like we had a lot of money. And so if I wanted something or I wanted to go do something, I had my paper out. I could just go do it. And so from that point on, I realized I wanted to have unlimited potential, unlimited capacity. And the only way to do that is to run my own business and not have a salary. And so, as you mentioned earlier, I did end up working at a management consulting firm, which was a great experience. I learned a lot. I basically, as soon as that role ended, I immediately started my own company because I was like, that's going to be my next step. I want to start this and learn on the job as quickly as possible. So I jumped right in, and here we are 14, almost 15 years later.
Wow. It's a great success story.